Okay, we're all set.
Okay, we're all set. Let's call the public hearing to order for the CHPE TDI project. This is the second public hearing that was necessitated by the increase in cost of the project. The project cost about 40%, increased about 40%, along with the benefits to the taxing municipalities increased by about 40%. So while our policy and under our policy, when we have such an increase in the cost, we have a second public hearing to open up comments to the crowd and to the public who wants to make any comments to it. So with that, I would ask Ally to read the public hearing notice.
Notice is hereby given by the counties of Warren and Washington Industrial Development Agency that a public hearing pursuant to section 859-A of the general municipal law of the state of New York will be held by the agency on the 28th day of December at 6.
Omicron is the dominant variant, with over 58% of the cases now confirmed. Further data from the new study by the way suggests that this virus causing COVID in different parts of the body months after you've been infected and got better, including your heart or your brain.
Dave Armando, I think you got. Dave Armando, could you please?
Every other organ in the body. Research has also found that the Omicron variant can be seen in the
Yes, there. Thank you, Dave. All right, continue, Ally.
Will be held by the agency on the 28th day of December 2021 at 6:00 p.m. local time in connection with the CHPE LLC project as described below. The public hearing will be held electronically via video conference call and in person. Members of the public may attend the public hearing by viewing or attending in person at the Washington County Municipal Building located at 383 Broadway in the town of Fort Edward, New York, and comment on the project and the benefits to be granted to CHPE LLC, a New York State limited liability company, by the agency during the public hearing by joining the Zoom meeting or calling in. Zoom information. On July 8, 2021, the agency conducted a public hearing for the benefit of the company with respect to a project outlined in an application submitted to the agency, a copy of which application is on file at the office of the agency. Said project consisting of the following: the acquisition of an interest in the company's interest in certain upland parcels of land and in the company's interim permit and easement issued or to be issued by the New York State Office of General Services in relation to submerged state-owned land, such upland and submerged lands located in the towns of Putnam, Dresden, Whitehall, Fort Anne, Hartford, Kingsbury, Fort Edward, and villages of Whitehall, Fort Anne, and Fort Edward in Washington County, New York. The construction, installation, and equipping on or under the land of a fully buried up to 1,250 megawatt high voltage direct current electric transmission line and related infrastructure, and the acquisition and installation thereon and therein of certain related machinery and equipment, including but not limited to 2 5-inch diameter HVDC transmission cables, all of the foregoing to be used and operated by the company as a portion of an electric power transmission line from the US-Canada border to New York City. The granting of certain financial assistance with respect to the foregoing, including potential exemptions from certain sales and use taxes, real property taxes, real estate transfer taxes, and mortgage recording taxes, and the lease of the project facility to the company or such other person as may be designated by the company and agreed upon by the agency. Subsequently, the agency received additional information from the company related to the project, which describes revised project costs, resulting in the need for the agency pursuant to section 859-A of the Act to hold a supplemental public hearing with respect to the project and the amount of financial assistance. The agency is considering whether to undertake the project and to provide certain exemptions from taxation with respect to the project, including exemption from mortgage recording taxes with respect to any documents, if any, recorded by the agency with respect to the project in the office of the County Clerk of Washington County, New York, or elsewhere, exemption from transfer taxes on any real estate transfers, if any, with respect to the project, exemption from sales taxes related to the acquisition, construction, equipping, and installation of the project facility. And in the event that the project facility would be subject to real property taxation if owned by the company, but shall be deemed exempt from real property taxation due to the involvement of the agency therewith, exemption from real property taxes, if any, with respect to the project facility, subject to the obligation of the company to make payments in lieu of taxes with respect to the project facility. If any portion of the financial assistance to be granted by the agency with respect to the project is not consistent with the agency's uniform tax exemption policy, the agency will follow the procedures for deviation from such policy set forth in Section 874 of the Act prior to granting such portion of the financial assistance. If the agency determines to proceed with the project facility will be acquired, constructed, equipped, and installed by the agency and will be leased by the agency to the company or its designee pursuant to a lease agreement requiring the company or its designee to make certain payments to the agency and consistent with a project agreement regarding the terms of the granting by the agency of the financial assistance to the company. The agency has made a determination pursuant to Article 8 of the Environmental Conservation Law that the project constitutes a Type 2 action within the meaning of the Seeker Act. The agency will be at said time and place hear all persons with views on either the location and nature of the proposed project or the financial assistance being contemplated by the agency in connection with the proposed project. A copy of the application filed by the company with the agency with respect to the project, including an analysis of the costs and benefits of the project, is available for public inspection during business hours at the offices of the agency. A transcript or summary report of the hearing will be made available to the members of the agency. Additional information can be obtained and written comments may be addressed to Dave O'Brien, Chairman, Counties of Warren and Washington Industrial Development Agency at 5 Warren Street, Suite 210, Glens Falls, New York, 12801.
Thank you very much, Ellie. Nice job.
You're welcome.
So having said that, I would like to reinforce this is a second public hearing. Notices of this public hearing have been sent to all all taxing jurisdictions involved, as well as we have sent them a certified letter with the changes in the pilot. So they will know what they are. Basically, the project costs increased by 40%. And our first public hearing was very good, only heard positive comments. So we think this is a great project for Washington County and going down through and to bring a lot of benefits to our taxing jurisdictions and give some positive feedback and rewards to our taxpayers. So having said that, I will ask for any questions or comments from the public hearing. So if anyone has any public comments or questions, you can talk, you can ask them or make comment.
Hi, Dave.
Hi.
Dan Ward, Hudson Falls School District. Just a comment. Just want to thank the group for working so hard on this project. I agree. It's a good project. It's going to bring a lot to our area. So that's all from us at Hudson Falls School. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Dan. We appreciate that. We appreciate you attending the public hearing. Like I was going to say, if you have comments, just speak up because I can't see the entire screen. I've just got a small screen in front of me. So
Can you view gallery or no?
it's still going to be small. Okay. This project has been in the works since 2010, right, Todd?
Yeah, it's been a little while. Been talking to you for almost as long, it feels like, kind of.
Well, most of it's been positive. There's been some
Yes,
little things in the road, but we solved all those issues.
yes, we did.
Yeah. Any comments you want to make, Todd, from the TDI standpoint?
I think really just thanking you and the rest of the board and the communities, and we look forward to being partners on a long-term basis with the community. And I know we're going to become an important taxpayer in the county, and we look forward to supporting everyone locally, obviously tax-wise, and then construction-wise. You'll see us there, and you'll hear from us early and often on the construction side. So look forward to using local services as we need them, which I'm sure we will.
Well, good. That's good to hear. So, I mean, this has been great. Sorry it stretched it out so long, but this is a big project. I don't know how many other $431 million projects have been in Washington County. Joe, have you done any bigger than this?
Sorry, Chair. It took me a while to unmute. I'll have to think about that. 431 million is a very large project. For some reason, 600 million sticks in my head on one project, but this may be the largest. I may be misremembering.
I think, well, the only one that I know that's bigger would be Global Foundries. Though they may not even been that much, but who knows? But it is good, and I think it's a good project for Washington County and everything. What's the total cost of the project now?
It's it's a 339-mile transmission line. I think the public number that we're sharing is $3+ billion. It's a large project, and Washington County is one of the largest counties, actually, and because of the mileage and the fact that it's mostly underground in Washington County, which on a per mile basis is more than the underwater portions of the county or portions of the project. So
my rough calculations was that Washington County is 12% of the distance in the entire project.
it's about right.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see. Anyone else got any comments or questions for anyone or the general public? Got any comments from YouTube?
We have no comments.
Do you have any watching on YouTube?
No, one person is watching this, yes.
Okay.
And are we still on public comment or?
Still on public comment. Okay, well, we have a limited group of people here, so I will say that having asked at least 3 times if there's any questions or comments, and hearing none, I will now close this meeting at 6:15 p.m. and immediately move to open the meeting, the special meeting for the IDA. Ally, would you please call attendance?
Craig Leggett,
Present.
Michael Biddle,
Yes, ma'am.
Mike Wild,
I'm here.
Ginny Sullivan,
Here.
Dan Bruno. Oh, he's not here, is he? Mary King,
Here.
Nick Caimano,
Here.
Dave O'Brien.
Here, and we have a
We
quorum.
have a quorum.
Okay. Email to you was the new amended resolution to accept the project. I think this is, like I've said before, a substantial benefit to the area. And does anyone have any questions on the amended resolution?
Dave,
Just on,
Greg?
okay, just on the schedule to affirm there on the Schedule A that was attached there. When it gives the pilot payment as just one one simple number there. Is that the number that does get divided up also onto host community, or is that a separate amount as well?
No, that number is a number for the entire project. I think it is. My memories, I'm trying to find it. I got B, C. Where's A?
Chairman, that's an estimated total. The annual payments are outlined in that information letter that we sent out to the affected taxing jurisdictions.
And all of that adds up to these totals we see here on the schedule.
And those, right, those are outside numbers, yes.
Mhm.
I'll move the resolution.
Did Michael Biddle have a question?
Mr. Chairman, we have a motion on the floor. I'll second it before commenting.
Okay,
I'll second Mr. Leggett's motion.
got a motion by Craig, a second by Mr. Biddle.
Yes, sir. Chairman, I just wanted to thank you for all your work on this. It's been a privilege working with you on this. More behind the scenes, you've definitely taken the brunt of this and moved forward. And I want to thank our partners and welcome to Washington County, the most beautiful county in all of New York State. Warren County is very close, Mr. Leggett, Mr. Wild, and everyone else. But I really want to say thank you so much. We look forward to it. Thank you for even the little details of allowing me to make sure that my cows still get to market is really important to us. And I know you'll remember that as this project moves forward, and how important tourism is to Washington County as well. But you've really been a true partner throughout this whole process. And we're happy with this amendment and the benefits that go with it, especially for our taxing jurisdictions, like our good neighbors at Hudson Falls, Kingsbury School District, who are on the line. So I just wanted to say thank you to everybody involved. And Mr. Chairman, I'm really proud on how you handled everything in the communication with the localities, the municipalities, and the school districts. Really, really honored to be by your side on this. Thank you.
Well, thank you for the comments, Mike. I really appreciate them. And again, I appreciate the effort everyone's gone in, but I will tell you, I still dream of these damn spreadsheets in my mind. And it was a lot of fun doing the spreadsheets. I learned a lot about different things to do with spreadsheets that I hadn't done before. So it was really interesting. But it's been a fun project, and we can't wait to close on this project soon. So, any other comments or questions? Okay, I will call for a roll call vote.
Craig Leggett,
Yes.
Michael Biddle,
Yes, ma'am.
Mike Wild,
Yes.
Ginny Sullivan,
Yes.
Mary Kane,
Yes. I'm having trouble unmuting.
Nick Caimano,
Yes.
Dave O'Brien.
Yes. Motion carried. So Todd, you can tell
Josh,
Josh, he can sleep easier. It's passed. Now we'll get to the closing stage.
Yeah, which, we're looking forward to a closing, hopefully as early as next week. We're ready. We've already closed on with Essex, and looking forward to closing with all of you and closing a number of other IDAs very soon after that. So
We hope so.
thank you, everybody.
Okay. All right. Thank you all for coming. I have a couple other businesses we have to cover. The next was, we need the final approval resolution. Bye, Todd.
Thank you. I'm going to drop. Thanks, Dave. Thanks again, everybody.
Bye,
Bye.
Kevin. Bye, Dan Ward. Dave Armando, thanks. I think I hit everyone.
Thanks. Have a great night.
Yeah, take care.
Chair, I can stay on if you want. I know Kara is out, I think on well-deserved vacation. If you want council to stay on, I'm happy to stay on and try to fill her shoes. Otherwise, I certainly have plenty of work to do here.
Sure, we won't take very long.
Okay, great. Happy to sit on.
Remember, we approved the final Dutch resolution, Flying Dutch resolution, pending completion of planning board activities. We have gotten to the point where everything has been satisfied. Based on White Creek, there is no requirement for planning board approval in that project because they termed it agricultural. So having said that, you were mailed the Flying Dutch resolution. I would ask for a motion to approve that.
So moved.
Michael Biddle, Mick Camano, second.
Yes, sir.
Any questions or comments? Greg?
Mr. Chairman, thank you. So this is one of the towns that required town board approval for these pilot agreements.
Yes, and we did receive that.
I see that in there, and it's just checking. Thanks.
Okay. Okay, roll call, please.
Craig Leggett,
Yes.
Michael Biddle,
Yes, ma'am.
Mike Wild,
Yes.
Ginny Sullivan,
Yes.
Mary King,
Yes.
Nick Caimano,
Yes.
Dave O'Brien.
Yes. Motion carries. Next order of business is WDR letters of engagement. There's some questions in the last meeting, and I think Ally sent out the explanation of it.
Yes, and if I could just say something, Mr. Biddle, I know you were questioning my original quote from WDR's last couple of letters of engagements. I have no idea where that $800 came from when I had mentioned it. I must have been looking at something else. Maybe I did math wrong. I have no idea. I apologize for the confusion. The numbers that I did send to you all are the most accurate numbers. I'm sorry.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Ally, no need to apologize at all. Thank you so much for responding quickly with the numbers. And I would just comment that the numbers certainly seem appropriate based off of that. And WDR does an exceptionally good job for us. Thank you for the follow-up, Ally.
You're welcome.
I would entertain a motion to allow me to sign the letter of engagement.
Mr. Chairman, I make the motion.
Motion by Mr. Biddle. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Nick? All in favor?
Yes, sir.
Mr.
Aye.
Chairman, Mr.
Yes.
Chairman, I'd go with a roll call vote.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think
roll
so.
call.
Okay. Craig Leggett,
Yes.
Michael Biddle,
Yes, ma'am.
Mike Wild,
Yes.
Ginny Sullivan,
Yes.
Mary King,
Yes.
Nick Caimano,
Yes.
Dave O'Brien.
Yes. Carried. Do I have any further business anyone wants to talk about? With
Mr.
that-
Chairman, I would just like to remind Mr. Biddle that beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Well, you're one of the most handsome individuals I've ever seen, Mr. Wild. So absolutely.
You are loaded, aren't you? You're just full.
I'm actually at home for once with Mrs. Biddle, so I'm in my happy place.
There you go. There you go. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year,
Happy
Mike.
Hold on, old nuevo.
All right. No further comment. Adjourned. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you, Chairman.
Take care. Be well. Be well.